falls out on Shabbos and Sunday. So the main day is the second day of Rosh Chodesh. Because then we're actually counting Aleph, Beis, starting to count into the days of El. So when you have a full 2 days of Rosh Chodesh, the last day is Yom Shlishim of Menachem Av. And also we see this in the fact that on the second day of Rosh Chodesh, that's when we start the main concepts and the customs of Chodesh El. Kitkiya Shefer, we build a Shefer for Chodesh. And only singular things we start on the first day. So what the Rebbe is saying is that the main service to God that we're going to have in the month of Elul is based on the foundation of Yom Rishon, which we're going to assume is the Avodas HaTachtim. The Eibush is expecting us to get to work, and that's the message that we're studying over here. Chaim Uvracha. Eibush, we're here. We're taking on the yoke, and we're going to do what we need to do. If you want me to work, even though it's a 4-letter word for me, if you don't mind, I'm going to get to work. Chaim Uvracha.
Oh, Geschmack. Thank you, Reb Tzvi. That was, I like that. Okay, so let me just finish up this paragraph here. Wie es drik sich is euch in dem as beyim bezer Chodesh Elul haben sich an Reif Inyanim beim Hagim von Chodesh Elul mit Kias Shefer geht beze und nor Inyanim beidim haben sich an beyim Aleph Rosh Chodesh. So the main bulk of the Avodah of Chodesh Elul starts on the second day of Rosh Chodesh. Wie ich limmer atam lezeh b'kesher mit der Kvius Shana Zu. So let's find some explanation about that, especially how it comes out to be this year of the Sikh of the Rebbe, which was Shabbos and then Sunday. I haven't yet had the opportunity to check to see whether that's actually the Kvius of our actual year right now. I don't know if anyone knows or not, but let's see what the Rebbe says in the Sikh. Ishlam Atam is bekesh mit der Kvius Shana Zu. Geshem wie in Klaus a Inyan von Anil Zedi V'Deidi Li is the Haschala V'ikar Anil Doidi Avodas Hamata und danach kommt die Amshacha Minu Maila Kanalsiv Beis. Right? Usually first it's Anil Doidi and then afterwards comes the response from above. Azay is das Eich in Avodas Adam Atzma as the Eikev side is Anil Doidi. The very important part is that we start from bottom up. The Avodah Milmata L'Maila Mitzad dem Guf von Aiden was is Mina Offer. And danach bei Safal kommt V'Deidi Li. In addition to that, afterwards comes V'Deidi Li, the Avodah Milmaila L'Mata, mitzad seine Neshama, from the Neshama. Und nochmer, Shleimus HaKoyach kennen tan die Avodah from V'Deidi Li Gila Neshama, in order to be able to do that top down from the shining from the Neshama, kum davka durch dem ani L'Deidi Gila Kaman. Actually, the power for that comes from doing our Avodah bottom up from our side.
Okay. So first of all, yes, it is the same quiz. I asked my wife, and she said yes, so we're good. And I'm trying to get them what we added here in this paragraph that you just read. So you said, okay, I'm just gonna read it again. Right, the main thing about Anila Deidi, the beginning and the main part, the work from below, and then afterwards comes the drawing down from above, which we spoke about before. Also in the service of man himself. As the Eikev Yisoid is Anil Deidi, the main thing is Anil Deidi. We're talking about in general, I think. The avodah Milmata L'Maila mitzad dem Guf von Aiden was is Mina Offer. In regards to the body of the person, which is from the dust, from the dirt, from the dust. Und danach, kommt V'Deidi Li, the avodah Milmata L'Mata mitzad seine Neshama. Und noch mehr, Shleimus HaKoyach, Oif kennen tan die avodah von V'Deidi Li, Gila Neshama kommt davka durch dem Anil Deidi L'Kaman. I'm going to share. I'm out of time, but I'm going to try. There's a very interesting interpretation of the Mishnah that says, okay, I'm out of time. Next round.
Mazel tov. Stop. I think I'm off mute, right? Okay, so basically, the Rebbe here is saying that the goof is the ikr and the neshama is tough. Like the ikr is the goof. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the Rebbe is implying. What does that mean? Like the neshama means all my holy potential. My goof is what my limited capabilities are, and my limited capabilities are more valuable than my unlimited capabilities of my neshama. My limited capabilities of the body are more valuable than my unlimited capabilities of my soul. And yeah, I think that Rebbe is trying to inspire me once again that the value of the work, the value of putting in the little bit that we put in. We think it's just a little bit, but that little bit of all we can do within the body is more valuable than the unlimited power of the neshama. I mean, that's a pretty heavy statement over there to say. Well, that is a minyan azmanim. How much more so when we're counting the time? Ikar minyan ayomim when we yem rishon. So we actually start counting Aleph from Yom Rishon. And so again, the Rebbe is saying here that the Avodah Samata, which is the Avodah with the Guf, is more precious than the Avodah of the Neshama. Chaim Uvrach.
Yeah, well, very interesting. It's like halacha ke'olam hazeh. B'parallel in olam hazeh, we start counting from Yom Rishon, which shows that the ikar avodah, like you said, is the avodah of bottom up from this world, from the limitations. And in addition to that, also there's also the fact that there was a Shabbos before Sunday, but the avodah starts. The ikar comes from milmata l'mayla. Ubehesem lazeh stellt sich aus Yom Beis der Reish Chodesh der ikar von die zwei Tag Reish Chodesh Elul b'Yom Rishon b'Shavua. And according to that, we see that it's appropriate that the second Elul, when all of the main stuff of Chodesh Elul starts, turns out to start off on Yom Rishon, on the Sunday of the week. But in dem besteht die Eschala und der Ikar HaCheshbon von Chodesh Elul. This is when the real, so to speak, meat of the Chodesh Elul Aveda starts. The Aveda von Ani L'Deidi Milmata L'Mayla in Yom Rishon. Nor wie bald, das ist a Cheshbon, was ist Kelel Al in Yom Aveda. Still, since we include all different sides of the Aveda, is in them oich da the Aveda von V'Deidi Li. So we also have this idea Kemerumos in them ersten Tag Rish Chodesh Elul b'Yom HaShabbos Kodesh in Yom Aveda Milmayla L'Mata. We also have this idea that before the first day of Elul, we have that the first day of Rish Chodesh Elul was on Shabbos. The Shabbos came before Sunday. The Aveda is Milmayla L'Mata. That's the idea of Shabbos. So we have that too, even though the Ikar is that things start really in our Aveda from our limitations from the world on Yom Rishon, the second day of Rosh Chodesh Elul, when it really begins.
Thank you very much, Tzvi. I like that you chose the word more precious and more valuable. I don't know what made you say that specifically, but I wanted to share that in Mishnayos it basically explains Mitech Shema B'Lishma, right? That idea. And Chassidus explains a very interesting concept in that. Mitoich, Chassidus explains, is from within. So not that now you're not doing it right, but eventually you're going to do it right? You're doing it for the candy, eventually you're going to do it for Hashem. Chassidus explains, Mitoich means that within the very concept of you doing it for not the right reasons, you're actually doing it for the right reasons anyways. Meaning you essentially want to do it for Hashem. So then what's the problem? That you have a body, and the body also wants candy. So therefore, you tell the body, hey, have a candy. And then the body wants. So generally, what I understand the method to be, and that's what we're saying over here 2 paragraphs ago, they were saying, first you get the Anil Doidi. You get from the bottom. You deal with the body. The body is the one you got to start with. Don't start dealing with all the shumba stuff and things. And I don't know. You want to convince me that you want to deal with somebody, help him out in his body. Give him a hug. He'll listen. If he wants a hug, give him like it says about all the things about mitzvahs of Yisrael. You actually do something. The actual palmamish. So that's the bottom up. The bottom up is first deal with the body, and then you can deal with the soul. Reb Tzvi.
So I wanted to show him whenever he wants to like do like a thumbs up. That means he's ready to talk. I know he's here. He's taking it in. So whenever you want, you just give a thumbs up. That means we're ready for you. You know, for me, this idea of like the story of Rabbi Yossi Lepler, that he climbed up the he came for Yechidus, and the Chassidim told him, go fly a kite over here. You work a few years and then you go in for Yechidus. So he climbed up the window. He didn't wait 3 years. He climbed up the window. He went to the Alter Rebbe and he said, Rebbe, chop off the left side of my heart. And the Alter Rebbe said, Va'ata mechaya es kulam. And ever since then, Rabbi Yossi Lepler had a crazy fire for Kedusha, and Pasha the Yetzer Hara got burned in the fire of Kedusha. So the Hasidim, it says, they looked down on Rabbi Yossi Lepler because he cheated. Like, I don't care. Like the story totally doesn't talk to me in that way. Like, I totally envy him. 100% envy him. And here the Rebbe is saying the Hasidim, and we have to take into account the preciousness of Avodas HaTachtim. And I know that the Rebbe's moifsim is enough for me. Like if it's up to me, I freak out. The ball's in my hands, like it goes right through my fingers. Like I can't, but I could. Chaim Uvrach.
Aha, very nice, very nice. Ultimately, I guess there is something to be said about, it is in your hands, and that means that in Kodesh Baruch Hu Betrunya, somehow, I have no idea how, but somehow it is possible for us to somehow do this Aveda. But if you do get an opportunity like Reb Lepler, and I'm all with you, Chaparein, just jump, go for it. Don't hesitate for a second because someone might tell you, you're taking a shortcut. Take the shortcut, it'll be good. All right, let me read a little bit of Zion. They're bearing them. Their Seder Haragel Kavua B'Avedas Adam is the Aveda from Anilu Deidi Milmatul Maila. So the usual established sequence of events of how the Aveda works starts off milmata l'mayla ani l'doidi. Since the Eibishter wants a dira b'tachtainim, darf the Aveda sein loit die gidri tachtainim. So it has to come from bottom up. Und der Eufen wie der Eibishter hat eingestellt die Welt Tachtainim b'derech ha-teva is, and the way how Teva works, how the Tachtainim works, as medarf gain mit ha-seder von milmata l'mayla. He goes step by step, little by little, min ha-kal l'kovi. ובלימוד התורה בין 5 למקרא, בין 10 למשנה, וכו' וכיוצא בזה. All the steps until you reach higher and higher. ועל פי זה kommt euch, אז אף על פי was die Aveda von machen adira betachtenim, führt sich euch sei durch die Aveda milmata l'mayla. Und sei durch die Aveda milmayla l'mata, ist das aber noch mehr bad Gosha.
Oh boy. Okay. That's some serious nefesh there. Al Pisa kommt euch, also auf Pi, was die Avoide von Machen Adira Tachtenim führt sich euch, sei durch der Avoide von Mamata Lamaila. Und sei durch der Avoide von Lamaila Lamata, ist das aber noch mehr Bad Gashe in dem Avoide von Lamata Lamaila fi Gedre Tachtenim. So according to this, it comes out that even though the Avoida of making a Dir Tachtenim comes about through avodah of milmata l'mayla, from below to above, and also through the avodah of milmata l'mata, from above to below. But this is only from the according to our limited capacities. I mean, kind of what he's saying. So you want to give it to me and you want to just tell it to me, let's do it. So I like it. I was thinking what I was saying. I mean, I also totally get that from that story. I think I'm with you, Tzvi. I got what I wanted to say though. I know what I wanted to say. I wanted to interject, but I had to wait my turn. But so as you said the story, after the whole thing, my regular garbage stuff that I do is more precious than Yekasiel Lepler's holy Halakha work. So that's the end of the day.
At the end of the day, every Jew who saw Rabbi Yekasiel Lepler daven, they were on fire. But the Rebbe is going with you, Rabbi Isaac. The Rebbe is saying Avodas Hamata is the most important thing. And it's funny because anyway, this idea is playing itself out a lot in my life where when you want to, put in curriculums and new things the question is, where are the students? What do they want? This concept. Avodas Hamata. Where is the Mata holding? Even though a soul within a Jew, a Jew has a soul within him which is from above, an actual part of God. And therefore he has the power to override everything. The Abishter put this soul inside of a limited physical body. Which in the physical world where there's no lower world than it. And because here's where the whole purpose of everything comes together. That a yid, as found physically within this lowest world, should make a home for Hashem, make Hashem feel comfortable. Ati, I hope you feel comfortable. Yeah, this half hour that I give you, hope it's good enough.
Yisrael.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Von dem versteht die Tachlis HaGavona von Kol Inyonim, als Aid an Neshama beguf soll machen Adir Leisbarach Besachtenim. Okay. Und darüber besteht der Iker und Kavodike Avoide von Aiden. Mit seiner Neshama, wie sie ist Melubeshes in Aguf, an Avoide Bederach HaTeva abgemosten Leut Gidri Haguf Agashmi und Teva Oilam. Avoide Milumata Lumaila Anil Deidi. This is the core Avoide that it's all about. The neshama in the goof, measured according to the limitations of what goes on in his physical life. That's the avodah that we need to deal with. Milmata l'mayla, anil. Also tapping into the top to bottom approach, tapping into the neshama, gila neshama, darf sein nicht abgetrotten von dem Mata. Das sind nicht abgetragen von der Matte, aber der Hamschacha milmayla limata v'deidi li in mitzias ha'adam haguf. So even the idea of v'deidi li is bound and tied to that it has to be attached in limata. So it's not like going into the v'deidi li, you can just fly off into limayla. It's all about limayla going limata. Even though you can technically ask, maybe the reverse is true in milamata limayla. That the Lamaila is about flying high. But I don't know, someone else tell me about that.
As Vron Fried said, bring the house down, right? That's I think what the point is. And also what you said before, Terb Tzvi. That means, look, in the end of the day, what's most precious is what we're doing and having the work and what the Chassidim said and all this stuff. But if you have the opportunity, like you see the Lepler, yeah, take it, go ahead, jump for it. So that's what we're doing. In the end, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with our body. Okay, we know that Chassidus, I mean, the Rebbe especially, just totally took what everybody thought about the body and flipped it around and made it literally the best thing ever. From what I understand, Mashiach comes are also going to be nourishing, deriving nourishment from the body. Interesting stuff. Anyways, the point is that the body is, got a lot of good stuff, and 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 what we need to do is to bring in whatever else that there is, like this exciting idea of you can see a leopard, whatever inspiration and neshama stuff you can bring in. So bring it in. I think it's pretty clear and pretty good right there. And Tzvi, I know you admire, and I also admire, and I think it's amazing. But at the end of the day, I want to say again, with all respect necessary, you can see a leopard did not bring Mashiach. He didn't. He's not here, and he didn't do it. And we're going to do it with our bodies. Thank you. Mashiach now.
Yeah, trying to see where we're holding over there. Pisa Yeshleimar, and according to this, we're going to say Atam Lakash Ikin Minyan Azman Ibn Israel, and this is why they didn't start counting Elul Yom Rishon from the first day of the week. Since human beings were created on the sixth day, every Adam is like Adam Rishon. Adam Yechidin, that's why Adam was created singular. And then physically the Abishter took Adam and made him from the dirt of the ground. And nevertheless, at the same time, blew into his nostrils a living soul. It's interesting, I'm going to share a little personal. Like today, I wrote to the Rebbe. This is the struggle. Like I said there, I don't want this struggle. I don't want the needs of the body. I don't want it. I want neshama. I want soaring. And the Rebbe says, no. I opened up the letter. The Rebbe says, you're talking about suicide. You can't run away from your mission. This is what the Rebbe says. You have to have a neshama in a goof. You have to do the avodas hamata. You can't run away from your destiny. Like, oh God.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. So it should have started from Yom HaShishi, Zayim Tchilas Masecha, od gedarf sein der Yom HaRishon. Nor Heyois, as die Kavona is, zu machen Adira betachtoinim, in Tachtoin she'in Tachtoin Lamatu Mimenu. Der Rieber darf sich die Avoda anheben, nicht mit Shlemus Avoda die Yom HaShishi, לאחרי Shlemus Kol HaBriya, והיה אלוקים אז כל אשר עשה והנה טוב מאוד. Und man hat alles Bishlemus, כדי שייכנס האדם לסעודה מיד. Nor, right, so the idea is not that we start off from a point where everything is complete and ready to go. Nor, von dem Tachten b'yeser, min hakal ala kovid milmata l'mayla, step by step, starting all the way from Sunday, from an empty world of nothingness and chaos, etc., and going little by little, step by step. That's what it's about. V'adraba. Davka in tachtoinim wird die Dira leisborech le'latzmusei. Davka, right, flying high isn't going to do the thing that we're trying to achieve. Davka remaining in this life, in this Gashmistic world with all of its technicalities and the body and the goof and all of its tzrachim, that's where the Eibishter wants. The Eibishter doesn't want the other stuff. So to fulfill the Eibishter's ratzin, the thing that he actually wants, it's here. It starts from bottom up. Aderech vidas is benegiat so that he's havas tabriya. As der koyach ha'atzmus from dem yesha amiti wird nizgalot davka in dem yesha nivra.
But who levad b'keichem yichalas l'rei yesh me'ayin chulu. So in the end of the day, I don't know how to say this. I don't like it so much, but this is the fact. It doesn't matter if I like it. If Hashem wants something and I want something, he's more experienced, so he knows how to get what he wants, and I have to acquiesce, especially since he really wants what I want, and I really want what he wants. I just sometimes you need to wipe away some of the schmutz in order to get to the real stuff. Not even schmutz. I'm not even talking about schmutz. I'm talking about, when I say schmutz, I mean like holy desires and stuff, like suicide. It's amazing. Okay, thank you for sharing that. There's the Yeshlem when it gets to the Neshama Beguf. As the Shlem is a gili from the Chelik Elakav Ma'amam Shviva Va'apam Nishmas Chaim, was does get them Koyach as a Eid or Ken Tan of Vanessa Vataklis, a Shlem is Baif and Fun with Daily Lil Mile Lamata, Mil Mile Lamata. Where it's Gal Davki in the Neshama, Vizi is Beluvetches by Guf Lamata Mile Amamashes. When Dur of there, avoid the Lamata Lamila, for Anila Daily Lefigari Aguf. So you could say that this idea of the Neshama coming into a body, that the completion of the revelation of Chelik al-Kamamavish is specifically when it's being revealed in the physical body. Because, my wife corrected me here, and she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You can see a leper's not here." He's like, "Yes, he is." And I'm like, "Yeah, but not in the body."
And the idea that everything is from the dirt, everything material, Gam, Gilgal, Achama, even the sun, the Van or the moon, the stars, they all have a material matter that they're in. There is a yesh, since within the physical specifically is found the essence of the divine. Therefore, through the soul going into the body, so since the soul within the body is tapping Atmos, because it's only Atmos that could create the soul within the body, these two opposites merging in one. So to everything that's below it, like Rabbi Isaac said, the spiritual shmutz, it also comes from our Avodah Satach. And specifically through the avodah of lifting up the bottom and the ultimate bottom, which is the physical body. If shlemus aliyah gam the aliyah, this affects the highest of highs. Like if Isaac told me that when you get an aliyah, it's your yechida getting an aliyah, right? So he told me this chance. The marshal said, "Mishekel bepolas harim." Shaliyas and Yanochinam Nifos Dakar the Alzatatum Yesi. That the bottom getting lifted up lifts up the top as well. It's a very powerful message.
Interesting. I'm not familiar with this phrase of shekel befelas harim. I'm guessing this has something to do with when you have a pile of something and you lift up the bottom one, so everything else gets lifted up with it, or something like that. I'm guessing that has something to do with it. So according to that, we understand that by doing avodah in the bottom most things, that's when everything, including the highest of highest of highest of things, gets elevated. I was just musing to myself that this was the Eibishter's idea of the whole plan of the whole existence, and the Eibishter imagined this idea, and the Eibishter thought this is a good idea, and we ideally need to chap that this is the best idea ever, and so we should just be doing in this all day and all night and sharing our joy with everyone and everything that hey, let's do this idea. It's the best idea ever. This whole creating of this world with all of its circumstances and the avodah that we have to do in it, it's the best idea ever. Anyway, so al pi hanal ist verstandig, als der Teuchen a Cheshbein der avodah von Chodesh Elul, die gegeben in sein Rosh Tevis. Ani l'doidi v'doidi li, besteht von 3 Inyanim. Die avodah von Ani l'doidi, v'doidi li, und Chiber shneim yachad in ein Wort und ein Chodesh Elul. It looks like the timer froze, but I'm guessing it could be time is up. Oh, time is up.
Your timing is impeccable. I never heard this either, so I'm just gonna read it to you. The pasuk says, "Mi modad b'sha'olei mayim v'shamayim b'zeres tikin b'chol b'shalish afa aretz v'shakal b'peles harim v'gvois v'zinayim." He's basically saying, okay, in English, who measured the waters with the hollow of his hand, and gauged the skies with a span, and meted earth's dust with a measure, and weighed the mountains, and that's the words, and weighed the mountains with a scale, and hills into bounds. Basically, he's able to, meaning Hashem's measuring everything, and weighted the mountains with the scale. Say that. That's a thing, evidently. So how does it finish? You do their mashal from Shakal Pelas Arim as the Aliyah from the Inyana Machinalim Vert Eivkitan Dafka durch Eivhaven them Tachtim V'Yoser. So I guess we're gonna have to have a look at footnote 83. Whoever's brave enough to go there. And there's also footnote 80 seemed to say something interesting. I didn't really get the point, but he said something about the power of birth, right? Meaning the concept that we have that's closest, yesh ma'ayim, is specifically what? A neshama in a guf. So I think that's the point of what we're saying. Which is also interesting.
All right. Sorry about that. I don't know, Rabbi Isaac. Should I start from the... So we said Gam Yachad. Anil Deidi Dechani Avodah Sa'adam Bibira Tachtim. Anil Deidi is the service of a Jew from working from the bottom up. A Guf Mumatal Maila. Minaka Al Kavod Light Heavy. Vigam Zazeh maybe as Adam Agilu the Deidi. Rak Vishu Mugbo Al. Even though this reveals Deidi Rak Vishu Mugbo Al pieces do Tato. Meaning that the response from heaven is only as much as he was able to accomplish. The Gidei Amata, according to his limitations, so the advantage is that it's taken inwardly. Yeah. So the Rebbe is saying here is that this is the kunst. The Rebbe is saying that the Avodas Hamata, it takes the gifts of Hashem and internalizes it because we put in effort, because we're invested. So therefore, whatever divine response that we get is appreciated. And I think if we could expound on this Nakuda, we could get more divine light. If that's what the Eivusha wants, that it should enter B'Pnimius. So something we could add in our life is Simcha. Simcha adds Eiris B'Pnimius. Like stop rejecting the Eivusha. I think that's the Nakuda, is the tiredkeit. Kind of rough.
Yeah, that's true. If all else fails, Simcha is often a good tool to employ when it comes. Sometimes you can get to someone in an argument, or you can try talking about it, whatever. You can pull back and try from a different angle. First and foremost, let's make sure everyone's having fun and everyone's happy and everyone's having a good time, because through Simcha you can accomplish. It's possible like to reach to something technic and alakusdik. First and foremost, make sure everyone's Simcha. Und das tun durch Hagilu Dilmaila, aber das der gerechte Hechere da in Alakus, I'm sorry, did I start reading the next paragraph? Okay, I'm going to start from V'dei Dili. V'dei Dili wird aufgetan durch der Avoida von Aiden Me'enze, bederech Hamshacha Milmaila Lamata, durch Gila Neshama Shali Velachei Zachelek Elakam Imal Mamush. It taps into from his Neshama side of things. And sometimes those areas are a little too high with the avoida minimatal maila. Warum das kommt durch Gili del Maila. Aber das der gerechte hechere Dag in Elakus Vedeidi, with the Gili von Deidi in dem Anil Deidi. It does reach a higher level in Elakus though. So it has that going for it. Und Shleimus HaKoil is b'shas mit dem Chibur von Beide Inyanim. Of course, we're going to have the obvious Dira B'Tachtenim sandwich, where we have to have the highest of things coming into the lowest of things. I do have to get going soon, so yeah, let me know.
We are past the half hour, as you can see. Maybe we should get to tests and we can stop there, if you're okay with that. And I'll help by reading further. Shleimus Hakol is B'Shas. So we said both ways. We said Anila Doidi, right? We said the whole concept of Anila Doidi. I was basically putting it together for us. The whole concept of Anila Doidi. The second concept is V'Doidi Li, and that we basically got to do it in the ways that we are reaching basically way beyond ourselves in a normal, like Jews do. Like Jews do. When Shleimus Hakol is B'Shas Mahader, der Mechiber von Beiden Yonim, Anila Doidi und V'Doidi Li, zusammen ist die Dage von Elikus Doidi, was ist Hecher für dem Ani, mit Zias Adam Lamata, werden es Galu Primis in dem Ani, in Gedri Atachten. So, the completion is the Chibur of both of them. That means Ani La Doidi and the Doidi Li. Together. What does that mean? That the level of Elikus, which is Doidi, which is usually is higher than Ani, right? Which is down here. But it becomes revealed, the Pnimius in the Ani, in the realms of the lower realms, you have the revelation of Doidi. Because they become one. What does that mean? You just reveal Atmos, which is higher than Tachten and Elyon. Elyon and Tachten, there's no difference. Which that's why it's Tzvigat Aliyah that he says is going to go to Mashiach.
I just wanted to say, if I may, that Rabbi Isaac, you reached Atmos, you reached the sandwich when you said, you know what, Hashem, if this is what you want, I'm giving in to you. Like this is what I want. Like you reached it. I was enjoying it. I don't know if I could do that. Me and the Abishter still have a lot of. We mentioned earlier, that the ultimate revelation of Daidi Li, the Abishter's revelation, the revelation of the soul, to reach the essence of Hashem, Dafka through the body. Avoided the Yesh Aniv, the physical limited human Yesh the Ilm Asiya, existence for itself in the world of Asiya. Climbing to the best of his ability. Asiya, Yitzira, Briya, you know. But nevertheless, afterwards, maybe so we climb and the Eivisher descends. So we're able even to accomplish V'Doidi Li. Li is the same Ani, but it's after the Doidi. Meaning it, Li is, because you see the emphasis on it. Kol Mokim Shenemar Li Eini Zez Leilam. As the Rebbe writes here, quoting 84, quoting Vayikra Rabba, that whenever it says the word Li, it's not something that's movable forever. Shali, Da'ani, meaning, like Rabbi Isaac said, like, yeah.
Yeah. As in Li, von dem Ani, der Yesh HaNivra, Verta Yesh HaAmiti v'Nitzchi. That we realize in our own seemingly Yesh HaNivra, that actually it's a Yesh HaAmiti v'Nitzchi. L'mayla migdra zman v'amokim von der Bria. Welche seine mitzad atzmam verbunden mit Shinuyim. Right? In a world of limitations and changes, there's a realization that Yesh HaAmiti v'Nitzchi. In our own sense of our own Yesh HaNivra, we reveal that. So that's the ultimate, so to speak, sandwich of that concept. The highest of things in the lowest of situations. Yeah, okay, so we should... what does this mean, B'Poel? I'm sure some of you guys will have some good suggestions what this translates to. Off the top of my head, we gotta find ways how to take all of these very high inyanim and make it shareable. Make it something that you can express to someone, that you could share with someone, and it doesn't sound like you're flying off there into the Milmaila, but you also brought it down Lamata, so that they can also hop onto that flame and also be inspired, both by the sandwich of both of them together, the Lamaila stuff and the Lamata stuff. And so the flame goes on. May it happen very soon, and may Moshiach come as a result much before that. Moshiach now handing off the mic.
Amen. Amen. Thank you and well said. But while you're saying that, I do want to say one point if I get to finish off here. Because you say there's a thing in the world now, in the politics, in the colleges, and they have a thing, it's called microaggressions. Your microaggression. You did something, you said something negative, you said it's called a microaggression, you're attacking me. Even though you didn't attack me, but now I can attack you because you microaggressed me. Anyways, I think that we basically got to take that and do the same thing. We do micro progressions or whatever it is. We make progress toward Mashiach in micro moves. Because in the end of the day, after we all discuss here anything, anyways, our job is Mamata Lamaila. We can't do anything else. There's no other movement that we could do. We can only do what we could do. So by us making every move, this is my example of the getting caught with our pants down example, is that I just want to be putting my pants on. That's all I want to be doing. I just want to be heading in the right direction. That when Mashiach shows up, like they were discussing today about the pan, you should have a ready-made pan, right? Oh, thank you. A ready-made pan. I don't necessarily need a ready-made pan, but I want that when Mashiach comes, I'm meant to, and I'm on the way to do my pan. So
You're
I'm
holding
heading there, then I'm good.
pen.
I'm picking up a pen. I have a pen. I have a pen on me.
Yeah.
Or I have the tab for igris.com open,
Oh.
Okay, Mashiach now.
All right. Mashiach now. It was awesome. See you again.
Yes.